Hi, my name's Anthony Hines. For the last 40 plus years, I've been trying to help job seekers get their next great opportunity as well as help people in their career. If you want access to my career podcast, you can go to podbean.com and subscribe there. Those career podcasts are based on my experience and they're based on mistakes I've made, but everything is based on everything I've done. And it's also based on what my successes were. So I'm sharing with you my successes as well as my failures, or as they would say, opportunities to improve. Okay? I want you to go out there, think about it. If you'd like to have your career developed, as I say, take my information, use it if you'd like, see if it works for you. For the small fee for the career information, it's well worth it because it's 40 years of experience and it's not something you'll find in a book. So check out my career podcast on podbean.com. That said, today I'm going to give you information if you're a job seeker to help you move your job seeking process along and to help you to make sure that you're not sabotaging your own job search, because these 10 things that I'm going to talk about today are surefire ways to crush your job search and crush all the progress that you could make in any type of a job search. So without further ado, let's get into the list. Okay, the first thing that I want to talk about regarding the job search that can really get into your way is pride. Okay, people, you got to understand, your pride is nothing to do with this process. Put your pride away. Get over yourself. It happens to many great people. Get moving. Look forward. Get a better job. Pride gets in the way. Put it away, because all it's going to do is hold you back. It's going to hold you back, and it's going to make you not do things that you should be doing, because you're going to worry and you're going to think about, that this shouldn't happen to me, or it's personal, or it's some sort of other negative emotion. A lot of that happens with pride because you are proud of your job, you're proud of your company, and you're proud of what you did. There's nothing wrong with that, but all that is in its place. That pride in your old job and pride in your old company can be transferred to your next job. So instead of worrying about looking backward and all the pride and the like and that emotion backward, I want you to look at it forward for your next opportunity, because you're going to rebuild whatever you built at your previous company into your new opportunity for your new company. Put your pride away and keep it going. And look forward. The next thing, empty promises. Oh my goodness. Sitting back and waiting for people who said they were going to do something for you and you're magically going to get a job is a surefire way to waste a lot of time. You will find so many people will give you these great promises and great things about what they're going to do and all of the like, usually with a lot of good intentions. Okay? But the things don't come through. So instead of waiting and setting yourself up for wasted time, proceed into your own opportunity development and into your own applications and into your own work while the promise situations are working on their own. Do not, and I mean do not, think about that someone else is going to do your job search work for you. Absolutely it could happen. There's like a 10% chance it could happen. Sure, somebody may come through and might find you a job and might put you into a position because you happened to be there and they knew you and they wanted you for that position. Absolutely could happen. That said, work all of your own possibilities, and if that comes in, it's not the only thing you have, and it's something that you have as well as the other opportunities you look for, because sometimes these promises don't happen. Why? Budget doesn't happen. Promotion doesn't happen. Corporate priorities change. Departments get reorged. All kinds of reasons that are outside of the control of the person who might have made that promise to you. So my point is, look to keep those working on their own, but don't make that your only opportunity, because if it doesn't come in, that's time you've wasted. The promise may have not meant to be empty, but it could end up being empty. So make that one of your possibilities instead of your full basket of what you're waiting on. The third one is lack of confidence. Look, it's a punch in the face when you get laid off. I understand that. It's a punch right into your jaw. I understand that. I will never say that's not true. And it's not easy to get up all the time. And it's not easy to think about how you're going to get back into a new job. And it's not easy to think about that you don't have a routine while everybody else does. And it's not easy to think about why people aren't calling me when they should be calling me. And it's not easy to get past all that stuff. But that has nothing to do with your skills. You've had skills from your previous positions. You've had skills in everything else you've done. You've had successes in other areas. So there's no reason, and I mean no reason, that you cannot be successful doing this. Okay? But it starts with your own confidence in yourself. Lack of confidence can crush you in the job search process, because you're just going to be too tentative, and you're not going to step out and get things done, because you're going to be sitting back and you're going to worry about what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong or the like. Just go with it. That's what you do when you are at work, right? You want to go with it. Take the shot. Wherever you can, take the shot. Do what you got to do. Get it done, because you understand that your confidence is something you had at your previous positions, and in a lot of things that you've done. There's no reason not to have it here in this process. Absolutely not easy, but remember, confidence is part of your solution. It's part of your next opportunity and the gaining of that opportunity. So believe in yourself. That's where it starts. No one wants someone that doesn't believe in themselves. So believe in yourself. And remember, you've done it before. There's no reason you can't do it again. None. Zero. Zilch. No reason you can't do it again. So believe in yourself. Next one. This is the best. This is really the best. People who give you all this advice who've never been laid off. Okay? Oh my God, it's unbelievable. I can't tell you how many people told me how to deal with being laid off, but they've never been laid off themselves. So they give you all this stuff and all these things that they've done. They don't have any idea what they're talking about. They've never been laid off. They don't know about the ups and downs. They don't know about the sadness. They don't know with the unsettling feelings. Why? Because they've been in a job all the time. They've never understood this. They've never understood what it's about to be laid off. So they sit there and they talk to you about what it's like to be laid off, and they've never been laid off. Okay? So if somebody gives you advice about being laid off, the first question you want to ask them is, hey, have you ever been out of work? Have you ever had it? Have you ever gone through it? If they say they have, oh boy, you listen with 2 ears and both eyes and your nose and everything, because those are people that know. If they're not someone that's ever been through it, limited value. Go read a book, because you're going to get the same perspective, okay? Or if they tell you what other people they know have done, other than what they do, that has value. Because if they're giving you other stories about what other people have done that are that have been laid off, that has value. But if they're going to sit there and tell you what to do and they've never been laid off, limited value. That said, to me, that can end up being a waste of your time. That can diminish the value and diminish the progress of your job search. So have limited attention to people who've never been laid off telling you what to do. Next, this one is huge. Denial. Okay? This didn't happen to me. I don't believe it. They're going to call me back next week and apologize and bring me back because they made a mistake. The company can't live without me. They have done a wrong, and they're going to apologize, and they're going to find another job for me. Okay, buddy. Sure. The chance of that, 1%. Won't tell you it's 0. Nothing is 0. But let me tell you about denial. I was in transitional services when I was going through my layoffs, and there were people in the room that didn't even tell their significant other that they were laid off because they were in denial and they did not want to believe it happened to them. Okay? That, to me, is a real struggle that they have to get by. So I'm telling you, it happened. So the fact is, look forward. Denying it's going to happen, thinking the company's going to call you for another job, thinking that they're going to call you and apologize and say, oh, well, sorry, didn't mean to do it, or they're going to say, oh, let's have a do-over, it didn't really happen. Guess what? It's not going to happen. Did I think it was going to happen with me? Absolutely. Absolutely. When I first was laid off, because I was in 15 years with my company and I was a key figure, did I think they would call me or something to do that? Absolutely I did for the first few weeks. Or did I even apply for other positions that were below where I was before just to get working again? I considered it. I looked into it because I was in denial that it happened to me. And let me tell you, it took me time. And once I was by that, I could move forward and look into my process. But the fact is, the process of denial gets in your way because it causes you to think that you're going to be looked upon, or they're going to do a do-over, and they're just going to call you back and say, you know what, we've rethought it. We're going to take you back, and just forget it. We're going to be fine. Oh, and keep the severance too, okay? Because that was our mistake. So just to keep the money. Guess what? Not happening. So my point is, look forward and understand that denial holds you back. Okay, the next one, waiting for the right time. Okay, let me be clear. There is no right or wrong time. You apply, you search, you network, you talk to people, you move forward, you meet with recruiters, you go for it, you look forward. Holding back and waiting, guess what, people? It's wasted time. There is no, you don't get points because you try to time things perfectly. Put that away. Go for it. And I want you to understand, you're going to move forward. Waiting for the right time has no value. So the point is, you want to go for the multiple opportunities. See what you got. Keep your multiple opportunities in the pipeline. See what happens. You're only looking for one job. Don't overthink this, people. Instead of overthinking and waiting and trying to find the right place, go for it. If it works out, it's going to work out. It's the way karma works. It's the way the world works. Don't try to control this, because the reality is you're not the one making the rules here. You're the one who's trying to get a job. So my point to you is timing and the like has minimal, if any, value. So the fact is, go for it and don't hold back. because that is how you're going to get your next opportunity. Trying to time things is a losing game, people. Just like the stock market. When you try to time, over time you'll lose. It's a wasted action. So go for it and widen your net and work from there. Okay. Speaking of widen your net. Oh man. So many people don't apply for jobs because they don't think they have all the qualifications. They go out there and they say, oh, I don't have this. I got 27 other things, but I don't have this one, so I'm not going to apply. People, oh, please, stop. Apply. Take the job description and in your cover letter, talk about comparative experience versus comparative tasks or comparative needs that job has, and do a table to show the person reading your cover letter how your experience matches each position or each part of the job. And in the areas where you're weak, you talk about how you're developing that skill to add value over time, and you talk about how you've had transferable skills or other things that could possibly work in those areas. You don't sit there and say, I don't have this, so I can't apply. Let the person that's reading your resume and application and reading your cover letter figure out whether you're a good match. You don't know what other people have applied. They might have had nobody apply for the job. They might be desperate to fill it. And guess what? Somebody has 70% of the qualifications. They may want you because everybody else has 40 or 50 or 30% of the qualifications. So make that application net larger and bigger, and show in your cover letters how your skills match what's needed for those positions. Do the work for them. Bring together your skills versus each need of that job, and you'll see that you'll get more interviews. Okay? So widen your net. Now, next, people take for granted the skills they have. They forget about skills they've had in other positions before their last one that they did. Okay? So what I want you to do is look at your LinkedIn profile and look at your resume and make sure it properly shows all of the skills that you had. Not just the ones you've done in your last job, but what about the skills that were not needed in the last job that were needed in the previous 2 or 3 jobs that you tend to forget about because you didn't do it in your last job. You now have more value to that employer because you have all these other skills. But if you don't bring that out in your resume as part of your value set, as part of your skill set, they're not going to find it. People are not going to sit there and look at your resume and try to figure out if it fits. They don't have time. Make it easy for them. But you have to show your complete skill set, not just what you did at your last job. Don't discount what the skills you had at your previous jobs. What else you can do? What else, what else you've done? What other successes you've had? Because you know what? That could be a skill that they just haven't even listed in this job description that they need for this job. Okay? So the fact of the matter is, if you forget about it, they don't even know about it. So you never want to forget about your skills. Okay? Regarding your overall value, if you see yourself as limited, this is another issue. You see yourself as having a limited value, guess what? Everybody else is going to see you as limited value. Regarding, as an offshoot based on my previous item, what is your overall value that you're going to provide to the company right away? Irrelevant of training, based on your experience that you've had, what is your overall value you're going to bring right away? If you think that's limited, then they're going to think that's limited, people. Right? So the fact is, love yourself, love your skills, identify your entire skill set, identify all of your qualities that make you you, and talk about how that's going to add value to the company in ways that's going to make the company better. For instance, if you've done volunteer work or if you've done a lot of community work, a lot of companies love that because now it helps them to have a good brand in the community. It shows you to be an overall a person that's well-rounded and has different interests, right? Those are value. That is value you provide to the company, right? Not only your hard skills, how are your soft skills? Do you get along with people? That's part of how your overall value is. If you just keep the interview to what you feel they want to know, stop it. Talk about what makes you great. Talk about what makes you the best candidate. Not trying to figure out what they want to hear. That's a losing game, people, because I can't do it. I know I've never been able to do it. And I don't waste my time. When I'm at an event or an interview or anything, I talk to them about who I am. Why? Because I have value to them based on who I am. Because that fit is what's going to be important. Because fit is very important in the interview process. Fit is very important in the application process. This is very important in all of the process. So the more you are able to offer, the more chance that you'll have a good fit, right? So remember, never diminish your value overall. And my last point is this. Don't settle. The next job could be the best job you've ever gotten, right? The next job could be the ultimate job. And let me tell you, people, what does the ultimate job start with? The ultimate job starts with you. The letter U. And you can see it as the letter U, or you can see it as Y-O-U. The ultimate job starts with you. And the fact of the matter is, it's your responsibility to show them why you're the best fit for the ultimate job for you. Because remember, the ultimate job starts with you. And that's how you're going to look at it. So, to go over it one more time. Don't let pride get in your way. Don't hold yourself back with empty. Let people hold you back with empty promises. Get rid of your lack of confidence by becoming more confident in yourself. Have limited time that you listen to people who've never been through it and have no idea what they're talking about, who just have heard about it or the like, until they start talking about what other people who've been through it have done. Remove denial. It has no value. There's no waiting for the right time. Widen your application net. Never forget how many skills you have. And never see yourself with limited value, because the ultimate job starts with you. Okay? My name is Anthony Hines. Go to my LinkedIn profile and download my job search article. It has all of the information and all of my tools. Come follow me on Podbean and subscribe to my career podcast on Podbean. I swear to you, you will not find a podcaster that has more passion and is not more interested in your success and your ability to get your next great opportunity. That is why I do it, people. Remember, your career is your responsibility, no one else's. And also, please listen to my job search broadcast to help me end unemployment, one person at a time. Again, Anthony Hines, go to Podbean, follow me, get my free job search podcast, and subscribe to get my career podcast. Have a great day, everyone. And remember, the ultimate job starts with you. Have a great day now. Bye-bye.